boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode in the Testlands. Yeah, I know the last video's already been a while, but yeah, I have a good reason why there weren't any videos like in the last week. Long story short, I was actually on vacation for a few days. Nothing too crazy. I just visited a theme park, which a lot of you may or may not know, which is called Europa Park, with awesome people for 3 days, including one travel day before that. And yeah, we spent 3 days in the park, had great fun. And what's always nice is after like a vacation, no matter if it's like in a theme park or in a country you've never visited before, you always get like, yeah, new inspiration for the game, new creative energy because you're finally rested from your everyday job, for example. And I don't hope you mind me sounding a bit sick. I'm not really sick, I just have a bit of a stuffy nose, but I don't think it's really here. So yeah, that's the reason why there weren't any new videos. But here we go again. So what have we done in the last episode? Of course, we started our first coaster, which is called Rusty's Scrapyard Coaster, where we did a bit of the track. No, not even like a little bit, we did like the whole coaster track and layout, and even started to decorate the track a bit. Of course, it's far away from finished, but so I don't get bored on a same mundane task over and over again, I started to mix things up for this episode. And as you already can see in the background, we're building like a restaurant. In fact, not really a restaurant, just a cozy little bar in the same style we've done before. And this, of course, came from inspiration from real life. So no, there's not such a looking bar at Europa Park, but they have a ton of beautiful themed restaurants and bars and stuff like that. So I thought, yeah, a place to get to grab some drinks could be like really fitting in this area. So I created a bit of a larger one where you just can hang out during the day. In fact, this one consists of like an indoor area and a little like balcony, or like what's it called in English, like a nice seating place just in front of the lake next to the Testlands. So terrace is the right word, I think. So yeah, right now we're just getting started with the rough layout. And I always like to create real windows. I know there are plenty of options on the, what's the category called? I guess it's called wall decor category, where you can just add like makeshift windows to a wall. But I always like to create real ones with custom made elements. And I think for bars and restaurants, you could always go for like a big shop front. So if you go by here, it's like on the main path, you see it, can take a look from the outside, see what's going on in the inside, and in the best case that makes you excited and wanting to visit the bar. Yeah. Of course, we're gonna grab is the word I'm looking for, sorry. Grab the old trusty Resort Lightbox 4, which is like the most used part in the Testlands so far, and we're gonna use it just as a bit of trim, and in the nighttime it glows very nice. If you've seen in the build before, because I'm a heavy user of those boxes, as far as you know by now, and every time I need some trimming somewhere, I think, yeah, why not? Right here we make use of the newest, or is it really the newest feature? It's a pretty new feature in the end. The restaurant feature, where you can create your own restaurants, but in this case I haven't chosen the restaurant counter, instead just free stalls that sell drinks. So if you chosen the restaurant type of builds, you're actually able to connect all the tables to it, so the visitors grab their food at the counter and then take a seat right in the connected seats. Yeah, so I'm not sure if the guests will really use like the seating options I provided so far, and I know we don't have any guests so far in this park as well. Maybe I'll open up the park for the public just to bring some life into it, because every time I start building a park in the past, no matter in a recording or not, I tend to like build it closed and only open up parks when they're like 90% finished, to see if everything works out with having guests in it. But the problem with that is I never actually finished a park. So hopefully this project right here, in which I record every single stuff, so there will be no off-screen builds, will turn out to a long-lasting park. And speaking of that, and being to a real theme park, in the last week, or in this week, I mean I just came home like last night, so not even 24 hours ago, I really had a new idea what we could do with the general park itself. And the idea I have in mind would be starting a new series of course Planet Coaster 2, but where I'm not sure if I'm gonna build live and do a live commentary over that, because I pretty much like the voiceover style I've found for myself by now. But maybe I'm gonna start the second area for the park, which is not gonna be the Testlands, but it's gonna be, I'm not sure about its name, but it's gonna be the Alpine Lands. And as inspiration I had the German, Swiss and Austrian district / area from Europa Park in mind. And since you all know I'm from Germany myself, I know a few things about the general building style, because I kinda see it daily in my hometown. So I thought, yeah, why not add an alpine area in the park as well, maybe at the other side of the big lake. So we see if that happens, and now I told it live on video, so now I really have to do it. So I'm gonna start building a bit offline and do another series with a whole own playlist called Building the Alpine Lands, where we gonna just take a visit every, let's say 2 or 4 weeks, depending on the progress I made. So I'll be showcasing parts, or like the progress in the Alpine Lands from video to video. So I'm not sure when I will get started with that. I mean, I have the idea fresh in my hands and just want to get started with it. So we'll see when the first video for that comes out. and goes live, which doesn't mean, of course, there won't be new episodes building the Testlands. That's like my most favorite project so far, and I just like building in exactly that style with exactly that color palette. And yeah, just make sure to subscribe, which is always like a cliche YouTuber like sentence, but yeah, make sure to subscribe if you like this kind of Planet Coaster content. I know it's not the most exciting stuff, in which I mean I'm not like screaming the whole time and have like crazy edits and cuts. No, it's just, yeah, time lapses and me rambling over them. And by now we have talked enough about, let's call it private stuff, or my vacation, my theme park journey from the last week, and like organizing stuff and future lookouts for the park. So we just gonna hop in to the building side of stuff. As you can see, the bar slash restaurant has changed a bit by now, as you have seen. Of course, I'm gonna use these trusty wall decals to make the windows a bit more damaged. And now that I've seen the footage for the first time, I really think we have to add some, yeah, like a bit of smudge on the lower part of the window. So imagine if like, I mean, the whole area looks like very sandy itself, so maybe I include some, yeah, like Mad Max type vehicles, like dune buggies and stuff like that, which are driving around the whole park. And from a realistic standpoint, you could say, hey, they're like maintenance vehicles to get like new drinks to shops, or like a mechanic has to get to a coaster. So I'm gonna include some vehicles on the road, not in this video, but just maybe in the future. Oh, give me a second, excuse me. Yeah, now my voice should be better. Where did I leave off? Yeah, we're gonna include some dune buggies or stuff like that in the future, and if they drive past this sandy landscape, of course the windows get a bit of dirt on them, a bit of wear and tear, so that would be something I'm gonna include maybe in the next episode, because spoiler alert, I'm not gonna finish the bar in this one, because it's like a bit of a bigger project. I mean, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do the next video about going on with the bar. So yeah, as always, you see, because as mentioned earlier in the video, we also have a little coaster in the background that we still have to decorate. This as well will be a big project in itself. So now we're just adding some scaffolding to make the room look more interesting when you look from a guest perspective. I can't stand when, I mean, the room is like boxy enough, it's just like a little rectangle itself, but I always hate when the buildings are just boxy and have like a flat ceiling and nothing to look up to. So scaffolding was like an easy choice. Yeah, see that? Because of the global illumination settings, the room is already pretty dark, not as dark as it would be in a nighttime setting, but it works way better than in Planet Coaster 1, where you actually had to bury your builds with terrain to make them really dark, or you could make use of the, I guess it was called time sequencer. So we had a different type of sequencer in Planet Coaster 1 as well, where you were able to change the time of day. You could even do like blackout effect. I'm not sure if I talked about that in the past, but If so, I'm sorry. I just love it so much. And I hope we see it's returning in Planet Coaster 2 one day. So yeah, back to the bar. Here we're gonna create a little, or the bar, the heart of the bar itself. Of course there are like fast food places, like little screens up there. Maybe in the future I design some custom media, which is always fun, with like a little menu on them. Or maybe I gonna do a menu with like the in-game letters we have, the lettering. And of course this is like heavy inspired from the bars at Europa Park. Or I mean, you could take a look at every bar in a hotel setting or like on vacation settings. They are always like full of individual bottles, have like very warm lighting, heavy use of golden amber colors, and it just fits the style I'm looking for very, very well. And by the way, I hope the cuts I made in the audio recording for this episode weren't too obvious, because in the past I only liked to do like a one taker for the whole video. But yeah, my voice is a bit sore. I hope I'm not getting sick, because I have the next few days off as well, and who wants to get sick while being in your off days? But I mean, it could be caused by just having talked a lot in the past days. For background info, I actually visited Europa Park with maybe a few of you may know her, a Planet Coaster builder called Maggie, which is from the UK. So I was speaking English for the last 4 days, and being like a tour guide. So that could be an explanation, so in the end, explanation, singular of course. So I guess that's, yeah, it was for a good cause in the end. One piece that I heavily use as well for that, as I saw right now, I like these cables hanging around. And I don't know why, but I really think they fit the setting I'm going for pretty nice. So everything is not like perfectly polished sci-fi, it's all a bit dirty, it's a bit rough, it's already looking like worn down and unfinished. So yeah, cables and cables everywhere. Which actually brings us to the end of the episode, where we started building the bar, which I still need a catchy name for. If you have a name in mind, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I guess I included a non-sped up look. Let us see. Oh, it's just a still image. So yeah, that's all the progress for today. I'm already happy with the outcome. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye.